Plotagon. A simple, yet familiar name that its community and its neighbors, like GoAnimate, have likely heard or have used before. This well-known name opened up to a way of turning your storyboards into animations, but more notably, it has opened up to an alternative to GoAnimate. The media of Plotagon has circulated the GoAnimate space at around the point where the non-business themes were retired, about a decade or so ago, and these Plotagon videos have inspired many others to become what its community dubs Plotagonists. I recall archiving a lot of content related to Plotagon, from people who like to report content on Discord, GoAnimate, and even worse, YouTube, to people who want a quick and easy way of grounding Caillou or other characters like Franklin. But there's one thing that I haven't done in the midst of all this preservation. And that's making Plotagon videos for my own channel. Why is this the case? Well, I'll explain to the best of my efforts.
You see, even though Plotagon can be helpful for people who are new to creating animations through storytelling, what holds it back are its notable limitations. Those who actually use Plotagon may know what they are. You know, can't place more than 2 interactive characters in a scene, with one exception, can't use most voices, can't make the characters walk outside of a couple scenes. The character creator is limited, you can't resize the characters, and they can only hold certain objects. Arm movements while holding objects don't work properly. Character actions are linked to expressions, can't use custom backdrops, and the app itself can be a buggy mess at times. I think almost every Plotagonist ever has documented all, or at least most of these limitations at least once, so I don't think we'd have to go over them again. However, there's more behind my reasoning that's beyond these notable limitations, which aren't even every problem Plotagon has.
Some keen-eyed viewers of mine may have been able to notice that some of my videos include the use of mods, like the custom Chippy Peep's actions, and this very fair soda can hear that I still have. Custom assets and expressions are also notably used in the GA community, too. I've done a lot of research with Plotagon and its app to come to one simple conclusion.
You don't have much creative freedom with Plotagon compared to GoAnimate, because mod support is next to impossible. For now, as of this video, I was only able to make 2 notable mods to the app. The first one of mine looks like something that comes from an alternate dimension. Possibly one I haven't explored yet. Puyo characters in Plotagon's character selection menu. I'd love to admit that this is real and that we can get 2D anime-like characters added to a 3D space, but this is sadly not the case. This is a thumbnail replacing trick that I used. I simply changed the name of some randomized Plotagon characters to the Puyo characters that I recognize the most, while replacing the portraits with character sprites of Amity, Arl and... Wait, who's this Rilu person and why does she have a confident smirk? Never mind. Besides, it's simply impossible to recreate these types of characters accurately in Plotagon because there are no custom asset mods available as of this video's publication. You could try to do that in GoAnimate with enough time and patience, but in Plotagon, no chance. Can you tell which of these 3 Puyo Knights of the Round Table are based on these recreations that I can't make any better than they are? Yeah, those reactions were also mine when seeing these similarly made outlandish recreations of these characters made by other people. The other mod of mine is editing the video code of Plotagon videos. You can actually do this just like GoAnimate, but you unfortunately can't make the volume exceed 100% as trying to do so will have no effect on any type of audio. This may be a good thing as some people can abuse the setting, but still. It's also possible to modify the code to change what the TTS voices say, and you can also include markdown language like \n, which forces the text to be on a new line for text plates and subtitles. If you try to add something like this in the app, it'll be parsed with 2 backslashes and not 1 in the video file. Here's a clip showcasing this glitch in action thanks to this mod. Note that this hasn't been edited externally at all.
Franklin. How dare you break the subtitles? That's it. You're grounded for life. Get inside the house. And go to your room. Now.
Why me? Thoughts? Stupid? Damn it, group of symbols. Squared? Crap.
Franklin was never seen again because his mom acted like a pisho. She will be getting a punishment day in the process. The next time someone puts "do not hack" in their name, they will get a piece of my mind and thus it.
Yeah. That was a weird one. But did you notice the broken subtitles and text plates? Those are the result of the Markdown language tweaks made in the plot file for the video. That's not a lot in comparison to GoAnimate, is it? In fact, while writing the script for this video, I discovered a modded PC version of Plotagon which provided quality of life features like being able to add more than 2 characters in a scene and exports up to a resolution of 8K and 60 FPS. I stumbled upon this while doing research with the hidden commands that Plotagon keeps in its app, like /settime, /setFOV, /blur, /bloom, /retro, /vignette, and fade effects like /fade-in-B and /fade-out-B. These commands can be added in a dialog box during a scene to activate its effects, with /normal being used to reset the currently used effects. After doing a test with this modded version, I noticed that even though the interface accepts more than 2 characters, characters 3 and above don't appear in the scene at all, and their dialogue is skipped. Exporting the video in 8K also works fine, but the frame rate will always be 30.30 FPS instead of what's specified, and the watermark can't be removed. This is subject to change as this modded version is still in development as far as I'm aware. With the effects, they would normally be the only way of using them unless using the mobile version of Plotagon Studio, which would use these buttons for filters and fade effects instead of /commands. We'll get more into that mobile version later. Before making this video, I never knew how obscure these commands were and how very few people have used them, but it goes to show how Plotagonists prefer external editing for effects over using what feels like debug commands that were likely intended to be removed, especially because they're quite obnoxious to use and admittedly forgettable. In Plotagon's case, they were left in intentionally, but that doesn't change anything. If you were wondering how I was able to remove the Plotagon watermark from its own footage here, well, that's a secret.
Now, before I continue with the mobile version, let me tell you a historical Plotagon story. No, really, that was the name of the app. Plotagon Story was a version of Plotagon released for PC and mobile devices, but it was also the version that started to garner controversy from the subscription system for people who want to get extra scenes, characters and accessories. Subscriptions came in bronze, silver, and gold tiers. Bronze gives you about 50 scenes with extra characters and accessories. Silver gives you everything from the bronze tier, plus around 75 extra scenes with even more characters and accessories. And gold gives you everything in the app. Except the voices, sadly, which are sold separately, either from purchasing them up front, or paying for a silver or gold voice subscription. There are ticketed versions of the normal bronze, silver and gold tiers which are permanent, meaning that they cost more, but they're one-time purchases for unlimited use. Well, sorta. Plotagon Studio was also launched for PC in 2017, and it was sadly met with a similar fate to the mobile version at around this point where these tickets took effect in 2019. Starting in version 1.9.5, there was a free trial that lasted 30 days with everything included. But, it had an obnoxiously large watermark that covered a third of the screen. Not even Vyon's free trial watermark is that big, and it's a prime example showing why watermarks do not belong in the center of the screen. Version 1.11.0 rectified this oversized watermark mistake, but who knows why the team didn't do that in the first place. Mobile users of Plotagon weren't as lucky as the app became more and more restricted to free users over time, from free scenes and accessories being shoved behind the paywall to the infamous plot apocalypse of 2022, where the bugs and glitches really started to kick in. People reported their tickets being removed while being unable to get them or their money back, plots being shuffled or deleted, character thumbnails not loading properly, and major performance and stability issues. To add insult to injury, an update later on caused scenes to be paywalled in a way that you can only add one scene in a video, and to add another, you'd have to watch an ad. Obviously, mobile ads are incredibly infamous for their low-quality slop material, especially if they use generative AI. This entire situation harmed the trust of the Plotagon company, to where many Plotagonists had plans of retiring from Plotagon altogether, like Magic Mikey 49. Formerly known as F Major's biggest fan.
I'm sorry about getting so angry, you guys, but this may be one of Plotagon's worst updates yet. And honestly, I'm thinking about quitting Plotagon. I'm sorry guys, I know you guys love my videos, and I do too, but this is getting ridiculous at this point.
This entire ordeal continued until an all-new version of Plotagon Studio was launched in 2024 by the team themselves on their YouTube channel, which also marked the end of life for Plotagon Story for mobile devices and as a whole. About 4 to 5 years after the PC version of Story was discontinued. This revamped Studio app featured the ability to have more than 2 characters in a scene, for real this time, and 1080p exporting for mobile users, a step up from 480p and 720p. While it's exclusive to mobile users like those using Android and iOS devices, this would sound like a cool upgrade, right? Here in 2026, more than 2 years after it launched, I decided to try it out for myself, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but they've actually made their restrictions worse with this app. Here are the problems that I found with the so-called all-new studio of Plotagon.
The plans with the updated studio are different, and not for the better. They have a creator plan and a pro plan, which may seem like a mix between the silver and gold tickets with the voices being included. But where's the lifetime subscription plan or even a yearly one? That's the thing, they're not available. Worst of all, due to the way these payment plans are set up, you must use your Google or Apple account to verify your purchase, meaning that you have to pay for your subscription before you get your free trial. Companies are devious for having the auto-renewal feature enabled by default for weekly or monthly subscriptions while discontinuing yearly ones, especially when it comes to them making it as hard as possible to disable that feature, and Plotagon is sadly no exception. It's even worse if you require users to pay for their subscription first before getting the free trial, and this free trial could have easily been 30 days like in the PC version. What if someone tried the app out and didn't like it within their unreasonably short trial time? If they just uninstalled the app without canceling their subscription, they could be charged for using the app despite not having it on their device. That's why I hate this practice. You could avoid purchasing a subscription and try to use the app for free, but you'll be very disappointed to find out that this isn't even remotely possible, and here's why. The limitations that I found for free users are: only 5 free plots allowed at once, each plot may only have 1 scene per video, the option to watch an ad to earn an additional scene is removed entirely, 1080p exports are locked behind the Pro plan, one notable feature, including 2+ interactive characters in a scene, is locked behind the Pro plan, most backdrops, half the character assets and most of the stock characters are locked behind the Creator plan, and uploading custom images is locked behind the Pro plan, and it only tells you this when using scenes that are compatible. You could upload a custom image to a scene in Plotagon Story and even some 2019 PC versions of Plotagon Studio, as well as having more than 5 free plots at once with any version of both apps for free. So why does this revamped studio for mobile need such ridiculous restrictions akin to Club Penguin Island? At that point you might as well make the app paid rather than leaving it free, but locking everything behind a paywall to create a false belief. I couldn't find any videos on YouTube about what's happened with this app, but I did manage to find a decent number of critical reviews for it. They're being shown to you right now. Personally, I think the Plotagon team could have easily made exporting videos in 1080p, custom image uploading to backdrops, and especially the feature to add more than 2 characters in a scene available to Creator Plan subscribers. Locking these features behind the Pro Plan despite showcasing them on a YouTube channel does not make even the slightest trace of sense. Neither do these restrictions, which of course explain why the app is practically unusable unless you pay, but there's more than just this being an issue.
These are meant to be limitations that apply to the entire app even with a subscription. For this app, they're the following: can't search for backdrops or characters, the names of them don't appear unless tapped, and you must download them first to compensate for low-end devices. The menu scroll position resets each time a menu is reopened. You can't do anything while your video is rendering as an external video, otherwise it usually fails. Menus are clunky and confusing. Performance issues are aplenty even with high-end devices. The app needs an internet connection to get subscription perks, or else it acts like you're on a free plan. The app doesn't give you a confirmation to delete your plots or characters, and you can't import or export any of your plots unlike the PC version. The last 2 points are dangerous for people who are data cautious. What if you accidentally delete your plot or character and didn't realize until it's already too late? Same with the app possibly bugging out and having your data corrupted and deleted anyway. You could be in the middle of making a very long plot one day, and the next day the plot could be gone forever, and you'd have to start all over again unless you've made previous renders of your video whilst making it. Of course, this was mostly apparent with Plotagon Story during the last 2 years of its services before it was fully discontinued. But, who's to say that it can't happen with this revamped Studio app as well?
Yeah, that's right, because the creator plan was thankfully cheap and I wasn't gonna use it for any longer than the development of this video. I tried to purchase a creator plan subscription so that I could access every backdrop and stock character. Unfortunately, this didn't help very much. Both because of the global limitations and because I found out that the voices didn't load up even after the subscription was purchased. It would always display, "No voices found for this filter," despite such a filter being non-existent. I couldn't use the voices at all because of this. And to make things worse, selecting a speaker with actors in a scene caused the app to lock up entirely. No buttons would work and I'd have to force quit out of the app and reopen it. Of course, I think I could have used my real-life voice with the microphone, but I didn't test it out. I didn't want to take any chances with the app's lack of stability, and I certainly didn't want to take any chances with my voice being leaked, trained or cloned using generative AI. So, I actively avoided the use of it. Here's a screenshot showing that I had a subscription with the app, just for reference.
Sad as it is, I can safely conclude that the direction that Plotagon is going in is even worse than what people have been saying back with the plot apocalypse of 2022. This would be apparent even if I could use the voices. I'm glad they unsold separately, but that doesn't make up for the inferior subscriptions. I think a yearly plan would be more effective than a weekly one. Plus, it's not like it's not even possible. Some mobile apps allow yearly or annual subscriptions like Discord with the Nitro plan. Plotagon has the potential, but they're not using it. And that's a problem. Speaking of missed potential,
Plotagon had this secret weapon thanks to a collaboration deal with a social media company named Zepeto, stylized in all caps, back in 2022. Their collaboration is the result of a very obscure app named Z-Cut Movie Maker, also known as simply Z-Cut. It was an app that was launched in select countries like the UK and US, using Plotagon's engine and assets to have Zepeto avatars in place of Plotagon characters. Unfortunately, The app itself appears to be discontinued as it can no longer be downloaded on the Google Play Store or App Store at all, and trying to download an archived version of it doesn't appear to work as it gets stuck when trying to generate the manuscript editor. I was able to find a few videos showcasing what the app was and how it worked at the time. It's basically the same as Plotagon Story but with the following changes. The subscriptions are different. Instead of a ticket subscription system like in Plotagon Story, there is only one tier for premium access with the prices being shown. Sadly, it costs more to purchase the monthly subscription with this compared to the gold subscription tier, and there is a weekly purchase which replaces a lifetime subscription. No free trial, either. You're only allowed 5 boxes of dialogue, interactions, sounds, music tracks or text plates each before needing to watch an ad to reset the limits or subscribe to get rid of them. There is a fictional currency involving popcorn buckets, which are used to render your video. The app tells you which assets cost how many buckets and how much it'll cost altogether to render your video. The more assets a video has, the more buckets it will cost. This means that rendering videos for free is no longer possible unlike in all other Plotagon apps. The character creator was in development when the app first launched, but it's currently unknown what it would have looked like. I couldn't find any videos of this on YouTube, so it may be a piece of lost media. The default voices with Z-Cut are incredibly robotic in comparison to Plotagon. Here are a couple examples of what I mean.
Hey, are you in here? Wait, you're not Judith.
Well, hey Brad and Z-Cut.
Hi, I'm so glad to see you. And where's Samir? And what Lizzie is T-posing?
He's gone and it was a sound of a capla. He's coming soon to Plotagon.
Oh, Aaron, how dare you install Z-Cut Movie Maker? That's it, you are grounded for 400,000 years. Go to your room now. Hey.
And finally, Z-Cut would have 2 outros that would play after the video ends. This line here didn't age well because the app lasted only 2 years and was only available in select countries, unlike the main Plotagon apps. Z-Cut was a weird collaboration project that could be described as Plotagon, but it's in an alternate universe. However, I feel like this app's 5-item limit should have been applicable with the mobile version of Plotagon Studio with only the scenes, which I think would have made more sense even if you couldn't watch an ad to reset the limit temporarily. Even if I was able to use Z-Cut now, GoAnimate would have been the way to go for me over using any version of Plotagon. So, I think it's time for me to wrap this up.
To recap, the reasons for this are the following. Plotagon is quite limited and restricted, even with the use of mods or restoring unused or removed content. Creating or using custom backdrops is impossible without green screen trickery. No custom asset mods currently exist as far as I know. Recreating characters is usually impossible due to the character creator's limitations. The recurring glitches like the floating head bug can get on people's nerves. Voices, music and sounds are very limited, especially if you can't import audio files. The revamped Plotagon Studio is unusable without payment and a major disappointment overall. And, unfortunately, none of the versions of Plotagon are as fun to use as GoAnimate. Yeah, that last one's my opinion, but it's sadly the case. Based on the limitations, it feels like Plotagon is sorta like a 3D version of the quick video maker from GoAnimate with almost every single video made. I don't mean to harm anyone in the Plotagon community or even its team developing their apps, but all these are problematic for Plotagon users, and this sinkhole of problems could grow larger unless its team takes action. Stuff like paid items or removing voices can be understandable due to legal and financial issues, but it's the execution that matters more, and Plotagon failed to execute their restrictions effectively. Despite what I've said, I never said I would refuse to use Plotagon at all, and I'd be open and willing to archive content from it anyway, because its community and the GoAnimate community are intertwined with one another, and because people may be willing to make GoAnimate recreations of Plotagon media in the future. Given the limited knowledge and development history of some pieces of animation software, it's important that they're preserved for future generations to admire, and if some music tracks or sounds are no longer accessible in the future, at least archived copies may exist for people to use for their projects. I know that there are people out there who actually edit quite well with Plotagon videos, which is why I'd be perfectly fine if you wanted to continue using it even after you've watched this video. But please be aware that if you don't edit your videos much or at all, Plotagon may not be the tool for you. Oh, and I'd avoid any videos about Plotagon showing how you can unlock everything for free using a modded or hacked version of any Plotagon app. Not only is that a case of software piracy, but it can cause your device to be infected with malware in some way. Don't put yourself at risk to use an unrestricted version of an app for free, especially if your video showing it off uses cliché animations for likes and subscription begging. It's one thing to treat your audience like they're idiots by showing a mouse cursor clicking the subscribe button and bell icon as if you think they don't know how to support you, but it's another to distribute hidden traces of malware in your downloads. Don't subscribe to, or turn on notifications with people you don't know, even if they say otherwise or say other corny or cliché things like, smash that like button, or ring the bell so you don't miss an upload. I'd rather pass on doing that. Before I close this video up, I wanted to state that I did find some semi-unique or rare glitches that I haven't seen anywhere else except maybe 1 or 2 videos, like this bug where 2 backdrops merged to one with mobile Plotagon Studio. I was lucky enough to take this screenshot because I was unable to recreate it after that with this version, but I managed to recreate that glitch with the PC version in many different locations. I shall leave you with some bonus footage of these glitches, limitations, Plotagon playarounds and a brief beta version showcase, such as the characters being able to walk. If you want me to explore this beta version in more detail, feel free to let me know in the comments. That's all from me. I hope you learned something from this GoAnimate video, which is all about Plotagon. If there's anything I've missed, feel free to let me know in the comments. I shall see you all in the next video. Whenever that'll be, I guess. Thanks a lot for watching, and remember, stay awesome. Ta-ta for now.
No, I'm not eating my room.
You are eating your dinner, so eat.
No, I want McDonald's.
We are not having McDonald's, we're having this, so eat it.
I want McDonald's. I want McDonald's. If you don't give me McDonald's, I will destroy the food.
Franklin, you're grounded forever. You will stay out in the cold to bedtime. It lasts 24 hours. May does it, so you pay the punishment.
Well.
Franklin, I'm going to Franklin. Be Franklin for me or else you're grounded, Franklin.
No, I want to see the Nutshack.
No. Don't attempt that with me or else that's it and you're grounded.
I don't care about your ink statement, Mom.
Group of O's, Franklin, how dare you slap me and swear at me? Thoughts that you're grounded forever. Go drink toilet water by your tongue while we go to DW's birthday.
3/4, pound, y diaresis, euro, grave broken vertical bar, acute euro function symbol, function symbol, pound, y diaresis.
Stop blabbering nonsense, especially with Japanese subtitles, or else it will be punishment day.
Franklin, we're going to Tokyo for 5 days. Franklin will babysit you and Franklin and the Franklins. That must be him. Hi, Franklin. Hi, Franklin. See you later.
You ugly.
Franklin, don't say that. We're watching Frankman 10 more until I call your Franklin. 3 days later, March 30th, 2017 at night. Franklin, behave tomorrow, all strikes count us all. March 31st at dinner. Franklin, we're having beef hot dogs.
No, I want to go to the Plotagon City restaurant.
Franklin, eat you food.
I'm destroying the food.
Franklin, you lost 10 strikes. I'm calling your Franklin. Hello. Franklin misbehaved. Frank Clinton and the Franklins behaved. Ground him when you come back tomorrow. Okay, bye. Tomorrow. Franklin, how dare you disrespect Frank Clinton? That's it, you're grounded forever. Go to your room now. Plotagon is really cool.
Yeah, it is fantastic. If only you could have more than 2 characters in a scene.
There is a way. Watch this.
We're still just 2 people in the scene. Oh yeah. What about that girl?
Are you guys talking about me?
Yeah, hello. Wow, she's cute. How did she get here? See that yellow camera icon? It opens up the advanced camera controls. In this example, we're skipping the establishing scene, so we can make it look like we have more than 2 characters in a scene. My mind is blown. What else can you do with advanced camera controls? Go into the store by clicking the shopping cart icon. There you will find a camera-capable scenes that will make you control the camera in lots of different ways.
You can move the camera in the scene, zoom it back and forward and point it anywhere in the scene. It is super cool.
She's right. Just look for the new camera icon to see which scenes have advanced camera controls.
So now you can have more than 2 characters in a scene.
Well, kind of. In fact, they're only making it look that way.
Who the heck are these people and why are they looking at images of us? I don't know. Are you seeing this, Amity? Yeah, but why do they look surprised? This is hurting my brain.
Hello there.
Oh, hi there. How have you been?
I have been great, thank you for asking. What do you fancy for dinner today?
How about a pizza? I fancy having one of those. They are tasty.
Don't. But we have had that last night. Plus, they are expensive.
Ugh, fine. Guess that isn't an option. Maybe some spaghetti and meatballs or some linguine.
Good idea. I will need to check the fridge to see if we have the ingredients.
Thanks for sticking by me, Joe. I don't think I would be able to make it through without you.
You are most welcome, Ellen.
Franklin, why are we on a deserted alien planet? Did you do something stupid again?
Mom, it's not stupid. I wanted to come here because I was bored of Earth and wanted to explore this cool planet.
Franklin, I told you that you can't do that. The viewers aren't supposed to know that we aren't suffocating in space, and now you revealed a secret. Now we can't go back to Earth, that's it. I am pushing you back to whence you came. Goodbye forever, Frankenstein.
No, don't do that, I'll be seriously hurt.
Too bad. Those words describe your behavior anyway. Bye, Franklin.
I will get my revenge one day, you idiotic mother. That really hurt. Falling from space that looks like I appear suddenly in Plotagon is worse than a grounding. Wait a minute! That stupid mother contradicted herself by saying we could go back to Earth, but she pushed me back there anyway. What creator logic is this?
Franklin. What are you doing here and who are you talking to?
Mom pushed me off an alien planet, and now I've realized her stupid logic.
Group of O's?
Franklin, how dare you travel to an alien planet in the first place without permission and get pushed back to Earth? Thoughts that you're grounded, and when your mother gets back here, you're getting a punishment day and thoughts final. What?
Franklin, you're grounded, you're going to die.
No. N group of O's. Write dialogue here or record your voice.
I saw the security cameras caught you. Change us to rage, change us back to normal.
Where's Amitai? She should be here. What the hell is this?
This app is really broken and needs to be fixed.
Lizzie, we're at Dada's diner.
I hate Dada's diner.
Lizzie, eat your food.
I'm destroying the food.
Lizzie, let's go home right now. Lizzie, you're grounded for 3 years when we get home. Lizzie, how dare you misbehave at Dada's diner? That's it, you're grounded for 10,000 years. Go to your room now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Lizzie Gets Grounded Season 4 coming March 23rd only on Adult Swim.